What's up, real ones? Welcome to Let's View It. It's your love me or hate me host, and I'm not gonna say my name no more. I refuse to say my name anymore. I've said it way over 300 times because I made way over 300 videos, and I'm not gonna do it no more. I'm tired of it, man. I'm tired of saying my name. If I say my name one more time, I'm gonna hate my own name. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just not. You can't make me. But I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everything's okay in this crazy world. And if not, whatever's not going your way, I hope it gets better. Whether it's health, whether it's finances, whether it's just someone annoying the shit out of you. Whatever it is, I hope it gets better. Because we all need some positivity right now. This world is just straight crazy. Have you seen the UK? If you got TikTok, you've probably seen the UK. It's gone crazy. Have you seen our politics? Have you seen these campaigns? Now, I've always known that politics was WWE wrestling, but I never knew that they would show us. This world and our country is so ridiculous right now, they don't even care to fake that it's serious. But let me get myself on today's video topic, and I'm gonna make another video. I've had people say they want to see more of these videos of me responding to basically atheist logic. And let me clarify some things before I start this video so that there's not a lot of wrong assumptions, and just a lot of wrong assumptions. First thing I want to point out, I don't care if you're an atheist. I don't care if you're a Christian. I don't care what you believe. I still respect you as a person. It's not my problem what you believe. It's really not. Secondly, let me clarify where I stand on this topic so there's not a lot of wrong assumptions, and just a lot of wrong assumptions. I believe in God, but in no way am I religious. I'm not a Christian. I'm not a Catholic. I'm not a Muslim. If anything, I would be considered closer to anti-religion. And also, I don't believe everything in the Bible. In my opinion, if they rewrote the Bible with only the truth in it, it would probably be only one Bible page with that really tiny Bible writing. That's it. And the rest is probably made up, in my opinion. So in other words, I believe in God, but I do disagree and argue with a lot of viewpoints of religions and the Bible. And believe it or not, there's actually a word for someone that believes what I believe. And it's called agnostic theism. And the way I became to believe in God this way is through years and years of research. But anyways, the point of this video is not to hate on atheism or atheists. It's simply to show when atheists make these arguments and they're so arrogant about it and they think it's a mic drop, it actually isn't. As much as they like to say that Christians have really illogical arguments and it's all imagination, no proof, their arguments tend to be just as ignorant, if not sometimes more ignorant, to the point that atheists will choose to ignore common sense in reality just to make an argument. And the whole thing is this: you can't ridicule and try to belittle someone else when your arguments are just as weak. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. So you already know. Let's view it.
David, for the third time now, I never said that God made Dahmer do anything. I said that God is complicit. If your God is all-knowing and all-powerful, then he is complicit in what Dahmer did. Because your God made Dahmer knowing what he would do. He knew him before he even knit him in his mother's womb. He knew what that man would do, and he designed him anyway. If he knew what the outcome would be and he made him anyway, then he's complicit in the outcome. Your God is also all-powerful. So he could have stopped what Dahmer did at any point, and he chose not to stop it. That also makes him complicit. And the thing is you understand this if it's a human. Say I'm a single mom and I'm out on a date with a man, and that man looks me in my face and says, if you invite me over to your house tonight, I will sexually assault your children. If I, knowing that information, invite that man into my home, am I complicit? Hell yeah. What if beyond that, I sit in the room while he does it, and I don't try to stop it? I don't call for help. I do literally nothing. Am I complicit? If I, a human, am complicit, why would your God not be? He has even more power than me. Why would you give him less responsibility?
Now, first off, the whole reason behind this whole argument is an error of not knowing words and not knowing definitions and misusing words and definitions and applying words in the way that you want to. And it's not only atheists that do this. It's also the Christians' fault, because atheists and Christians use the word all-knowing and all-powerful and then decides to themselves what that exactly means and attribute to. First of all powerful means you have control over all. For instance, if I was the ruler of this whole world as a dictator, I am now defined as all-powerful. But even though now that I am all-powerful, I still can't pull a rabbit from a hat. You see what I mean? All-powerful means you have power over all, which in other words, God has power over the heavens and the earth, right? He has power over all. Now, what are his limitations? We don't know. We do not know. As far as someone that believes in God, the only thing we know is that he can make life. He can make the earth. He can make water. But we really don't know how he did it, what it took for him to do it. Like, did it make him extremely exhausted? Can he do it again? Or did he only have one of those in him? We don't know. I can't make an earth. I'm not a God. So how do I know what his limitations are? I know what my limitations are. But the point is, all powerful means you have control or power over all. It doesn't mean you can manipulate every single thing and every single action and make things appear and reappear. That's not what it means. That's what Christians made it mean, and that's what atheists made it mean. But by definition, that is not what it means. Now let's move on to the phrase all-knowing. Again, all that means is that you know all. There's not one person on this world that is all-knowing, that knows how to make a car, that knows how to make a plane, that knows how to make a cell phone, that knows how to go hunting, that knows how to make clothes, that knows how to make gasoline. You see, the list can go on and on and on and on and on. So in order for you to be all-knowing, that means that anybody can ask you any question and you will know the answer, except for answers like, what's gonna happen in the future? You know why you wouldn't know that answer? Because the future does not exist. We are going into the future little by little. But as we go into the future, it quickly turns into our past. Only here and now exists. The future and the past actually being in existence is science fiction. That was made up in movies. Time travel. We can't go to the future because there is no future. There's nothing there to go to. You can't go to the past because there is no past. There's nothing there to go to. The past is carried on with you in memories and stuff, writings, but you can't physically go to the past. It's not there. It doesn't exist. So in other words, you can ask God anything. He's going to know how to make a car. He's going to know how to make a cell phone. He's going to know every little thing that you're doing. You never do something on the earth and he goes, man, I didn't know that was going to happen. That's what all-knowing means. It means you know the cause and effect of things. It means you know all information. But it doesn't mean you know something about something that doesn't exist. And that's one example of how I disagree with religion and the Bible. I do not believe God knows the future, or else none of this will make sense. None of this will make sense. He did not know I'm going to make this video right now. He does not know the very next word I'm going to say. He doesn't know. And if a Christian wants to believe that, or Catholic, or anybody that believes in God, then you are admitting that all of this is pointless and you have no control over anything and you have no free will. That just cannot be. You cannot accept that as an answer. I mean, you can, but I'm not sure why you would. I do not believe God knows the future. Now he knows what he's going to do in the future. Like if he has a time that he knows he's going to end the world, he knows that time. Just like you can plan a Hawaii trip in 6 months. When you go to Hawaii 6 months later, did that make you a fortune teller? No. So again, this whole argument is pointless because there's no proof that God knows the future. And in fact, would make no sense at all.
Why would Satan torture and burn people for disobeying the same God he disobeyed? Yeah, that's true. Why would Satan discipline you for going against what God said? On some real shit, though.
No, why would he torture the people that did what he wanted you to do?
Right. You think it'd be like a fucking party, dude.
Now, I hear this argument all the time from atheists, but I almost refuse to believe it's a real one. I refuse to believe that they think this is a good argument and that these words should come out their mouth. Because now I have to pretend like atheists have never seen a movie or heard a story about a group of people who help out this boss who strategically plans out this perfect bank heist. And after the movie's over, the boss or somebody ends up backstabbing them, killing them all off, and takes the money for themselves. Now I have to act like they never heard of that. And then I have to act like if they ever do see a movie like that, at the end of the movie, they're gonna be like,
now why would he double time all those people, kill him, and take all the money for himself after they helped him pull off the perfect bank heist?
do you hear how ridiculous that sounds? Bad guys do bad things. And this is another flaw that atheists make sometimes when arguing against Christians. And it's this: you have to argue the point as if you know the Christian story, as if you know the Christian Bible. Satan is the most evilest spirit / thing in the whole wide world. Nothing but 100% pure hate. And I think you atheists know this, but then you're gonna play so stupid and be like, but why would he lie and then torture someone that did something for him? What the fuck? This is one of the silliest ones I've ever heard. It's so damn illogical. Just stop saying this one. I'm trying to help you guys out at this point. I'm trying to tighten up your arguments. Leave this one alone. It doesn't make sense. Why would an evil thing do an evil thing? That's like asking why would a butt poop and fart? What kind of arguments are these?
Bestie, the atheists don't have to prove shit. The burden of proof lies with the person who is making the claim. In this case, the Christians are claiming that there is a God, and we're saying we don't believe you. The burden of proof lies with the Christians, not with the atheists. And plus, it's really hard to prove something doesn't exist. You can't prove that there's not a giant flying invisible spaghetti monster circling the earth. Prove there's not. And if you don't believe in the invisible flying spaghetti monster because there's no proof, then why should I believe in your God when there's no proof?
Bestie? I don't have to prove shit. There's no spaghetti monster, is there? Now, again, this is a very popular atheist argument or statement, but it literally breaks rule number 1 of debating. And no, I'm not a debate master, and I never wrote a book, but maybe I should. So this is my rule number 1 of debating. Never use an argument that someone can use right back at you. So what if it's a Christian's job or responsibility, or someone that believes in God responsibility to prove he exists if you guys are debating if he exists or not? So what? That's only one side of the story. The other side of that is, well, guess whose job it is to prove the Big Bang and evolution is real? Did you guess right? If you're unsure, it's the atheist. It's the atheist's job to prove the Big Bang and evolution is real. But they can't. So it's still a stalemate. So wipe that smirk off your face, take the Valley Girl at your voice, and be a little bit more humble.
It's your job to prove God is real, and you can't.
Well, it's your job to prove the Big Bang is real, and you can't.
Well, it's your job to prove God is real, and you can't.
Well, it's your job to prove the Big Bang is real, and you can't.
Why do you guys waste your time with these arguments?
That's the opposite of what you said. You said atheism is a belief system. It isn't.
Right.
It's not
I'm
a
sure
belief system.
I'm sure you would say that. I'm sure you would say that.
No, because that's what it is. Let me ask you a question. What color is George, the alien who lives on Sagittarius B star's third planet? What color is his spaceship?
No idea. Doesn't exist. I don't know.
So you don't have a belief about what color his spaceship is. Atheism isn't a belief. It's not a belief.
Can I eat? 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 Now, I put this argument last on purpose because it's a common argument that atheists make, and they literally just make it off an opinion. And then it gets caught up in the atheist echo chamber, and they just repeat it to each other. Because for most people, atheists and Christians, they mainly believe that stuff because of surface level stuff. Most people don't do a lot of digging and researching into what they believe and what it actually means to be a Christian or an atheist. For example, you can become an atheist just by reading the Bible, thinking it's full of shit and saying it doesn't line up with science and be like, God ain't real. And there you are, you're an atheist. And you don't give it two more thoughts, you don't dig more into it, you settled your opinion. Or maybe you grew up in an atheist household and now you believe the same thing. And it's that simple, but you really don't truly know what atheism fully entails. All the attributes. Same thing for Christians. Same thing for Catholics. Most people are lazy, so it is what it is. But I want to take the opportunity to put an end to this argument and show the flaws and errors in the way of their thinking and what information they're lacking when they come to the conclusion that atheism is not a social view or a religion. So I'm going to attempt to break this down as simply as I can. There's basically like 4 world beliefs, and that is atheism, which is you believe there is no God or no gods; monotheism, which is the belief in one God; polytheism, which is the belief in many gods; and then there's agnostic, which basically means you think there could be a God, there might not be a God, you're like on the fence. Now, under these main categories of beliefs, there are subcategories of beliefs. I'm going to leave atheism last. For monotheism, you have Christianity, you have Catholics, you have Jehovah's Witnesses, you have me, agnostic theism, and I'm sure there's many other religions under monotheism. Then on polytheism, I'm not sure exactly what religions go under there, and I'm not just going to guess, and I'm not trying to research, but there's religions under polytheism. And then there's agnostic, and again, that's like you're on the fence. Now let's go back to atheism. You see, under atheism, even though they don't believe a God doesn't exist, they still have a belief or thought of how life came to be. Whether they believe human beings were always here, then that's a belief that goes under atheism. Whether or not there was a miraculous Big Bang and then billions of years of evolution to make us into humans from apes, atheism. Atheism can also hold beliefs such as secular humanism, rationalism, skepticism, the golden rule, being a free thinker, thinking science does more good than harm, and there's a scientific explanation for everything. All those things I said go under atheism. You see, the problem is atheism likes to compare themselves to Christianity when atheism should be comparing themselves to monotheism, polytheism, and agnostic, because all the subsections contain a lot more details. They would have to compare the Big Bang Theory to Christianity. Otherwise, you compare atheism to monotheism. Again, atheism is just a general term that you don't believe in a God. The Big Bang and evolution is the details in how you don't believe in a God. Monotheism is believing in a God. Christianity is the details of how you believe in that God. And even in Christianity, there are several different ways to be a Christian. But my point is, atheism is definitely a worldview or could be categorized as a religion. And to compare atheism generically to Christianity is not an equal comparison. Atheism to monotheism is the equal comparison. But then you have to be able to debate people like me who believe in agnostic theism, who can go against the Bible and religion and still defend God. It gets a little bit more difficult debating someone like me. But now that you know atheists are willing to be illogical and not have common sense to debate Christianity, all I need you guys to do is comment below. Tell me what you think. Do you have any new thoughts in your head? Did you learn anything new? Or do you hate everything I said and disagree with me? Or do you wonder why the devil would do evil things to you too once you did what he asked of you? But while you're telling me your thoughts, I'm also gonna need you to hit that bell like the hunchback. Also click that hit tracker button and sub ride with me. And I'll see you on the next trip.
Day and night. Keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real. All my life. Keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real. Can't help I keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real.